Let's see. We have time for one more chapter. Let's go. Jacob prays for protection. Interesting. Genesis chapter 23. And Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's host." And he called the name of that place Manaheim. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother, and to the land of Seir, the country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau, Thy servant Jacob saith thus, I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed there until now. And I have oxen, and asses, and flocks, and manservants, and womenservants. And I have sent thee to tell my lord, that I may grace in thy sight." And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to thy brother Esau, and he also cometh to meet thee, 400 men with him. Wow. Um, he's got a big entourage. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks, and the herds, and the camels, into two bands. And he said, "If Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape." Yes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Um, but it seems like, well, you were there being a shepherd for 20 years after like stealing Esau's birthright and everything. He was over there like amassing an army. I wonder if the whole thing was like, it's probably some sort of, it's probably because of like religion or a religious practice or something. But he already took the birthright of his brother. He already besmirched his blood, his own blood, by taking away the birthright of the firstborn and everything. Um, why didn't he just kill his dad and get his birthright right then? Like he was not, Jacob is not above being a total asshole. Like that's been shown time and time again. He is not a good person. I don't know why he just didn't. It wouldn't necessarily be surprising within his character arc, I guess, if he killed his dad to get his inheritance. Um, Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother and from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me and the mother with the children. And thou saidst, I surely will do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. And he lodged there that same night, and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau his brother, 200 she-goats and 20 he-goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 milk camels and their colts, 40 kine, 10 bulls, 20 she-asses, and 10 foals. Fowls. Is it pronounced full? It's full, right? That's how it's pronounced? I think it's pronounced full. And he delivered them into the hand of his servants, and every drove by themselves, What? And said unto his servants, Pass over before me, and put a space betwixt drove and drove. So he's saying, like, separate them all out, make sure they don't die or whatever. And he commanded the foremost, saying, When Esau my brother meeteth thee and asketh thee, What are those, and whither goest thou, and whose are these before thee? And thou shalt say, They be thy servant Jacob's. It is a present sent unto my lord Esau, and behold, also he is behind us. Okay, and so he commanded the second and the third and all the follow droves, saying, In this manner you shall speak unto Esau when you find him. Are you just giving away all the stuff that you just fought for in the last chapter? Or is this another treachery? And when the present, let's see, any moreover, okay, and saying moreover, behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us, for he said, I will appease him with the present that goeth before me, and afterward I will see his face, and peradventure he will accept of me. Um, so when the company present so went the company over. So went the present over before him, and lodged himself that night in the company. And when he rose up and took his 2 wives and his 2 women servants and his 11 sons, and passed over the ford Jabbok. And he took them and set them over the brook, and sent over that he had. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. Is that just like they're doing an good old like wrestling match, or is that like a euphemism for something else? Until the breaking of the day, yeah, all night he wrestled with this guy. All right. And then here we have, and when he saw that he prevailed not against him, so this may just be actual wrestling, but then it says, he touched the hollow of his thigh. I don't know what the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint means. Maybe he, not out of, dislodged, dislocated, that's it. He dislocated his leg, the hollow of Jacob's thigh, whatever it is. He said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and men, and hast prevailed. And Jacob said to him, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, wherefore is it thou dost ask after my name? And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I've seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. And as he passed over Peniel, spelled differently. It's just straight up, it's spelled differently. The sun rose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. Therefore the children of Israel eat not of the sinew which shrank, which is of the hollow of the thigh unto this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh and the sinew that shrank. Ignoring this last part that I still don't understand, it sounds like he wrestled God. Like that's what it sounds like to me, that he wrestled God. He saw God face to face. And I assume this is one of the stuff that, you get in folk tales and mythology and stuff, and they're like, and that's why there's seasons, and that's why the monkey has a tail, and that's why the snake crawls on its belly, and that's why they don't eat of the sinew which shrank, which is upon the hollow of the thigh. So I assume that's something to do with that, because God touched Jacob's inner leg or something. I think that is going to do it for us today. Yeah, we read through. This is a short one, but I'm not going to do it. We're already over the hour mark. We're close to it, and so yeah, we're ending this here. Thank you for joining me. And like listening through me stumble through all of this. If you enjoyed this, if you want to keep reading this, if you want to maybe come on the show and do some stuff, I will likely have a guest on next week, of some sort. And yeah, we're gonna do more reading and stuff. We have not that many chapters left. Out of 50, we have this many. What's what? 17, something like that. 17 chapters left. So we're getting close to the end of Genesis, but there's admittedly a lot of books. Hopefully they're not all as long as Genesis is, but that's just the Old Testament, and there's the New Testament. But yeah, we're nearly done with Genesis. It'll be a couple more weeks, and then we'll finally be done. But yeah, thank you for joining me with this. I hope you've enjoyed, again, my stumbling through these chapters. Yeah, hit all the YouTuber buttons, do the things, click the buttons. It's good. It does good. Help me out. Yeah. What a wild set of chapters. Yeah, thank you. I am Ethan Zimmerman, your host, and you have been watching The Tin Man. I'll see you around.